Hey guys, welcome to another Dihon video of Inside the Mind of an Ana player. Today we're going to be looking at Ana and specifically what exactly is happening through my mind while I'm playing Ana in this competitive game. I'm playing here with Hannick17 and we're playing a competitive game on the new map Pariso. So we're just going to walk through that. If you guys are enjoying this kind of content, make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. And comment below what hero you want me to do next. But basically, we're going to get into it. So right now, I'm just kind of rotating to point, looking at what my comp is, and basically navigating myself to point.
We got work to do.
Right now I'm discussing if we should go to team chat. I said why not. Going to team chat usually helps, so I just popped myself into team chat. My co-support, Neptune, is talking in chat.
What's up, Neptune?
Him and I can now communicate effectively. I can give call-outs. My Reese is playing on the low ground here. Obviously, I don't want to play on the low ground. High ground's optimal, so I'm going to be using this sight line because it gives me the best sight on Orisa. And she's going to be backing up now. Making sure to hit people. I get the sleep on Hog. I purple him. Maybe we can get a kill. Make sure to do some follow-up damage on that, just in case. Doesn't end up working out, so I have to back up. I'm rotating now backwards. My Orisa's still trying to be in the fight. I probably should have called for us to back up here. Instead, I didn't. 2 picks happen on our team. I turn around. The enemy's all around us, and we ended up not being able to actually get that defense because we got surrounded and didn't rotate out. So we're going to just go back in. I'm looking at ult charge now. Looks like I am 50 to nano. They don't have anything coming up close either. They capped first point. I'm going to navigate myself to high ground again. This is where most of my team is. Going to go look over here for an angle. Maybe I can get a sleep. No. Go back over, checking on my Orisa. She's doing fine, peeping over, making sure I know where everyone's located for this next team fight. I'm a little overexposed in the open, so I'm going and hugging the doorway. My Orisa's going in, making sure I'm staying on her. She tossed her ultimate, so I'm throwing a nade to try and get some follow-up. She ends up picking 2 with her ultimate, so I go push forward. Now my Sojourn's low, so I'm going to heal them. We end up losing the Moira, so I know I'm very important and need to stay alive in order for this next team fight to work out. So I'm going to just start backing up, playing my life, still using cover, nano the Orisa because I can't stay on her forever. This Genji dives me, put him to sleep. My Sojourn cleans that up with a kill. Nade my Orisa, also anteing the Hog. He ends up going or being pushed off of my Orisa for that. Still can't see my Orisa, but I'm also not trying to suck myself into the fight too much, as I could easily get picked for that, and I am our only person. I end up sleeping the Cassidy. Doesn't end up getting anything for it. My Moira gets hooked again. I gotta nade my Orisa to keep her alive. Now I gotta focus on my Orisa. I don't care about anyone else. My Orisa gets a kill for the Sojourn, and now she's on the Hog. I end up putting the Hog to sleep, but unfortunately she wakes him up, and it looks like we die because of it. Honestly, that was probably the best stall and best thing we could have probably done there to stay alive. You just want to make sure that you're keeping your tank up as much as possible and you're knowing that if your support's alive or dead throughout that fight. So now I'm going to rotate back. I need a stage for wherever this fight's going to be, checking to make sure I'm not overextending past my tank. And I'm going to probably rotate up to the high ground again. They don't have many. I know Hog can't really get me if I'm up on the high ground. He does get that Ashe, but she was also peeking early in the fight. Genji gets low. I try to peek over, throw a nade. Unfortunately, didn't get him on the kill. Maybe I can land a sleep. No. I'm going to come over, heal my Sojourn up. She's going to go back to high ground. No one has contested me here, so I'm just going to try and see if I can purple the backline for my Sojourn. No one else seems to be taking any damage, so I'm able to go on these offensive angles. I'm going to now heal up my Orisa, give her the nano so I can focus on other things while she's going in. My Orisa's also been putting a lot of work in, and which is why I'm nanoing her often. She's going to push in. I'm going to try and get some hits on the Mercy. Heal my Orisa up. She popped her ult. So now I'm just going to stand up here. I know that they're not coming back for a while because of the kill feed. I'm going to back up and just make sure I get my Ashe out of there, too. The Ashe ends up dying, so I need to rotate out. Make sure my Orisa's still alive, too. I end up nading her, giving her that burst. Got to sleep someone through that window. End up sleeping the Baptiste. The Orisa stays alive, which is good. I'm going to just keep on rotating back. I don't want the Orisa to keep backing into me, so I'm just going to path myself backwards. Unfortunately, I use my nade. The Genji can't find me, though, and Bob goes in. I see the Genji going top right. Hit him with the sleep.
I thought the Genji.
I need to rotate out of there, so I rotate up to where my Sojourn is, make the call out that the Genji is also up here, slam it down and nade for him, and the Genji ends up getting out, and now I'm just rotating and using this high ground. Again, only person that can contest me on high ground is Genji from their team, so high ground is very good in this case. My Orisa's playing very far up, so I'm making sure to keep an eye on her as much as possible. And I'm just pumping out input. Hog comes on the flank. I missed the sleep, but I make sure to hit him with a nade. Maybe my Orisa can follow up on that, so I nano her. She does kill the Hog, and we input some damage on the Cutico as well. I'm just going to heal everyone up, charge nano as fast as possible.
That's not in rotation. Sucks.
And now we'll just wait for another push. And now that they're coming in, I go for a sleep. Nothing there. I lose my Ashe, so it's just my Sojourn I need to focus on. The three people are all in front of me, so I can see them all. I see Cassidy going right side. My Orisa's pushing up forward, so I'm also going. She can't see her around the corner, so I throw a nade, and the splash gets her. Hog's looking for a hook. I put him to sleep. He ends up waking up, and I can't rotate back to my Orisa in time. And so she ends up dying. So now it's a time of just about contesting. We're trying to stay alive as long as possible. See the blade go out. Don't see Genji, but I thought maybe he was coming back there, so I throw my sleep to maybe put him to sleep. I know that I gotta heal my Ashe, but I'm also putting input into the Hog, because you never know if you get some ult charge off of that. Sleeping point, they can't really see me. I haven't really gave away my location. I put the Lucio to sleep, and who knows, maybe I ended up getting some ults out of for that fight, but the contest was really important, and especially the sneaky stall so that my team could actually get back and recontest point. We are getting Bob out. They actually had to pop high noon because of the long contest. Throwing a nade to try and burst everyone in this radius. Unfortunately, they were just outside of it, and everyone ends up dying. But that was a good hold on second point. They only have a minute and 20 for round, or point 3. So, as I usually do, I'm just going to look at ult charges. I know we got Orisa and Nano coming up. We're going to end up going to the high ground here, and see what's up.
Really surprised we didn't win that with Bob.
I see that there's a Genji up top. I'm just focusing on my Orisa though. She is facing the only one on low ground, so I need to make sure that she's aware. I like playing this cover over here. The only person that's going to be attacking me is if anyone comes up top left side. My Sojourn's calling out that someone came left side, so they ended up killing him, so I can stay in this spot longer. My Orisa's alive, she's unaffected, so I'm healing her, but also trying to look for places I can value shots on the Lucio or the Genji whenever they expose themselves. I have a nano here, so now I'm looking for someone to nano. It's probably going to be my Orisa again once she gets low to save her life. And I put the Hog to sleep. That's a good early. I tried to go for a nade, couldn't get it there because my Orisa got low. But I know my Orisa had ult, and so when we popped the nano, she was able to pull everyone in, and that just about killed everyone in the overtime fight.
mostly yours. But
So now we're going into the attack phase. I'm going to play Ana again,
What do we want to run?
just because Ana is one of my best supports. I wouldn't say it matters what support you're trying to play, just as long as the support you're playing you are good at. I do have a Sigma here rather than an Orisa, so it's going to be a little bit of a different attack point, but roughly the same thing. I'm going to try and keep sight lines on all of my heroes in front of me. I go out left here and play by the cover so that I'm not exposed to the enemy, trying to keep the enemy out of my sight as long as possible until I want to actually peek them. Playing safe angles here. We end up getting a pick on the Zen. I push in. Maybe I could get a sleep. Doesn't end up working, but they haven't pushed me yet. I end up getting naded by Sojourn, but I let my support passive kick in here, and I'm going to just slowly jiggle peek and heal up on the Sigma. Maybe go in for some kills. I'm waiting on the Zarya to use 2 bubbles to go for a nade. So there's the 1 bubble. I throw the nade in, get the Cassidy with it and the Zarya. No one ends up getting hit for it. We're on the retreat now. The Zarya doesn't push me, luckily. I'm going to hit a sleep on the Sojourn. I nade her. Who knows? Maybe we could get a kill there. My Sigma's critical. I'm going to heal him. Still playing out of sight of most of the enemy team. They end up chasing me. I'm just going to be playing around cover, trying to avoid as much fire as possible. That ends up keeping me alive. Sojourn gets 1 health. I get a pick on Sojourn. We get the kill on Zarya as well. And now we are pushing in. There's a 3v3 going on, but we also have a 4th coming back just from spawn. Cassidy goes high ground. I make sure to hit some follow-up damage on him. Then purple. I get the Zen low too, and with that we can start moving the point now.
Nice.
They hid behind.
So now I'm just repositioning and getting in a spot in case they contest. Maybe I can go for a sleep to stop the Zarya from contesting. Doesn't look like she wants to contest anyways. Because they have Sojourn and Cassidy, I know that I can go for a couple peeks and some slight damage. And no, I'm not going to get absolutely one shot like I would against a Hanzo or a Widowmaker. Both of them got critical, so I decided to nade them up. I'm healing up the Sojourn. Ashe gets taken out. I'm going to heal up the Sigma, holding onto the Nano, waiting for them to overpress him a little bit. I sleep the Zarya. Now might be a good time to Nano, but I'm just going to wait. I'm not nading there because I know Zarya has 2 bubbles, so instead I'm just going to Nano my Sigma. He ends up popping his ult. I get rid of the Emort field, and they are all basically getting low, and it's a cleanup for Bob. You need to make sure you know what tanks you're playing against to know when exactly to nade. On defense, I was using nades a lot on Hog, whereas now that I'm up against Zarya, I'm trying to wait out the bubbles to use it so that she can't cleanse my anti-healing.
It's alright. Sometimes when I'm in a
I
panic,
was considering getting to high ground, but unfortunately I
people are one
didn't
by one.
find stairs to get me to high ground.
Keep one.
I end up getting the Kiriko low here, know that I can't keep going in, so I'm just going to back up. Try and keep my Sigma alive through this while they use their ults. I end up throwing a nade, getting the Zarya low. I know that her charge is crucial, so we need to get her dead. But the Sojourn was also low. I kill her, and we end up capping because of the turn fight from the anti-nade. Trying to follow up on that Kiriko there, get a stagger. If we stagger, it becomes a 5v4 for second to last fight. Doesn't end up working though, so now I'm just going for slight hits. I know the Kiriko can't one-shot me or burst me down like a Zenyatta could, so I feel comfortable scoping at her from a distance. Now I'm peeking over. There's a Cassidy over there, maybe trying to get some follow-up damage, or Ashe ends up headshotting him. Didn't wait long enough for that Zarya bubble, so instead she ends up blocking my nade there. I'm just looking, get the Kiriko, throw in a nade, try to get as much people as I can, and now Sigma's just cleaning up on point. And that is the game. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it helps a lot in Ana gameplay. And if you guys like more of this, again, feel free to comment. Feel free to share this to other Ana players that are trying to figure out what to do exactly on Ana and what they should be thinking about. And I hope to see you guys in another video.